Aloha, my friend. This is Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the Ninth Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you maintaining a positive mental attitude? Keeping your PMA strong? Yes, you can do it. And it's easy. All you have to do is focus on the positives. Every day there's negatives hovering all around us. Let them go. To maintain a positive mental attitude, the easiest way is to focus on the positives. Just like I'm positive that you're going to enjoy knowing how to make a list without having to use data validation. Check out this list right here. Now, I'm going to show you, this is a regular list. I'm going to show you a list that contains data validation right here. And as you can see, data validation is a method in Excel. Search through this channel. Just last week I did a live stream on data validation. Data validation ensures that only specific data that we allow is entered. So when we set up data validation in this case, we select a cell. Let me delete the contents of that cell. When I select a cell that has data validation in it, we have instructions. It's letting us know in this case, select a distributor. Click here to select your desired distributor. So we click on the drop down and Excel is looking at a list that we have off to the side. This comes from that list. And then we go right ahead and then we just pick what we want. There's Hawaii with Aloha. Or we can do Italian importers. Now let's say that we put in the wrong item. Something that's not allowed. Some Cocoa Puffs. And when we press enter, we get an error message. An error message that we create when we create the data validation. And here the error says, hey, choose from the available distributor. Contact Billy to make changes. Thanks, because we're very polite. And then we can retry and then pick the correct one so we stop getting error messages. All right, that one's allowed. Very good. But sometimes we don't need data validation. Sometimes we're just typing away and we got a big list of data just like this. And a lot of the items are repetitive. So we're just down here typing and we got to put in Hawaii with Aloha. Well, wouldn't it be cool if instead of having to type it in and instead of going through the process of creating data validation, we could just have a list like this? Wouldn't that be cool? Well, let me show you exactly how you can do that. All right, my friend, here we are. Here's our list, data range. Both is the same thing. Call it a list, call it a data range. It's the same. What I recommend that you do with your data ranges is that you convert them into a table. Yes, you should always be working in tables. Now, let me show you really quickly how to have a drop-down list without using data validation. So we're typing away, and now it's time to enter Hawaii with Aloha. So what we're going to do is right click in the cell where we want to enter our data, and when we right click we press the letter K. Right click K, just like that. Why did that work? Look, right here is Hawaii with Aloha. Why did that work? Even here we can do it. There's items that are repetitive right up here, so Excel's going to look at what's up there and it's going to give me a list. So I'm going to right click K. And there I have it, just like that. Isn't that awesome? Here's how I did it. I went ahead and right click, and then we see what our options are. And right here we have pick from drop down list. And you notice that there's an underlined letter, and it's the letter K. That's how we know what to press. If I right click and I press the letter N, I'm going to do a note, a new note. If I right click and I press the letter O, we're going to sort just like that. Now, check this out. I put my marquee where I want to enter my data or create my drop down list. So I right click and then I see pick from drop down list, just like that. And then there's the drop down list. Then I can easily just right click K and there's the drop down list just like that. And now I'm going to recommend that you work in a table. Before I even did any of that, I should have just made this a table. So let's make it a table. And the shortcut for converting a data range to a table is Control T. First, make sure that you have your marquee in the data, anywhere in the data. Here I just put it on cell A1. Then I'm going to press Control T, and then now we can go ahead and create a table. Excel is asking us where's the data for your table. We confirm that, yeah, that's the correct range. Yep, that's it. Our table has headers because all of our lists have headers. That's part of the 7 habits of good lists, having a header row. Yeah, so my table does have headers, so we want to make sure we check that, and then we press OK, click, and now we're in a table. And now we know we're in a table, not just because it looks pretty, but because we have a contextual tool tab now, the table design tool tab. If I click outside of the table design tool tab, like get outside the table, we no longer have the table design tool tab. It's a contextual tool tab, which means that it appears based on the context that we're in. So when we get into the table, now we have table design, contextual tool tab. When you open up the table design, you've got all these different features, right? Turn on the banded rows, turn them on, turn them off, turn them on. And another cool thing is that it preserves your formatting. So now I want to go ahead and enter another item here. So I'm going to right click, okay, and here we go with Bubba Seafood. Boom, just like that. And now notice the autocorrect is in there. And the autocorrect is saying, hey, I'm noticing there's something up above. So instead of you having to reach over there and grabbing the corner of the table and expanding the table, Excel is doing it all on its own. So right here, next cell, right click K, whoops, letter K, that's chain. And then watch this again, right click K, and now we go Euro Staples. And you see how our formatting is being preserved? The banded rows, the zebra lines, they're actually called banded rows. That's because we're in a table. And that's it, my friends. That's how you can create a drop-down list without having to use data validation. Right click, okay, just like that. And the way that you want to keep learning Excel is just like this, right here. Join the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership. And the way that you do that, my friends, is you just got to type myexcel.club. Boom. And you're here. And you can just sign right up. Start your free trial. 3 days free for you to check out everything. It's not going to be enough time because there's so much learning to do. You've got 3 courses here. The Excel Pivot Table Skills. Pivot Table is the filter on steroids. Shortcuts, tips, and tricks. You know how important those are. I'm always teaching with shortcut tips and tricks. And all the workshops that I do, almost all of them, are included in Excel Easy Workshop. So instead of you having to pay for one of the workshops that I'm offering, you just subscribe to the $7 a month Excel VIP membership, and you get access to that workshop for free. Once your 3 days are up, it's only $7 a month. That's it, $7 a month. And look at all these benefits that you're going to have. Look at just this one, 15-minute Excel VIP coaching with a Microsoft certified trainer. Right here, eager to teach you. That's it, my friends. Keep on learning. And like I always say, I love you. And most of all, come on now. Don't get mad. Get yourself some skills. Aloha.